In this video, we will be removing the faceplate and the entire presser bar system on this early Singer 99. Let's get started. So on this model of Singer 99, to remove the faceplate or the nose cover here, we just have one screw that we need to remove, and that is this screw right here, and it is left to loosen. We don't have to take it out all the way. We can just loosen it in order to take this whole cover off. So left to loosen, just kind of keep a good grip on this cover so it doesn't drop down. And once you've loosened the screw enough, you should be able to just pull out and down, and your nose cover comes right off. You can go ahead and take this screw out too, put it together with the nose cover and set it aside. Now we can see the entire presser bar system in this 99. We have a thumb screw. This here is a spring. The presser bar itself, which is traveling through a bushing, it's cut out of the body of the machine. Down, we have a thread cutter and a presser foot. Here is the presser bar lifter. The first thing that we'll do is remove the presser foot here. The presser foot's just held on by a little thumb screw and it's left to loosen. We'll take it all the way off. And then we have our presser foot and the thumb screw that holds it on. Let's set those aside. Now, before this presser bar will slide up through this bushing here, we need to remove the thread cutter. That's this piece right here. And it should be able to twist fairly easily, but if it doesn't, just add a little drop of penetrating oil there and kind of give it a twist or two. And being very careful because these thread cutters are sharp. And unfortunately, you want to press down this way. You'll find yourself doing that. But normally, if they're put on the right way, the sharp side is up. So you don't want to press on that. So you can always use a piece of shop towel or something to help you get a grip and protect your fingers. But you should just be able to twist and slide it off. And here is the thread cutter. So we can set this aside next. Now the next part of the presser bar system that we want to take out is this thumb screw up here. This is what regulates how much pressure is put on the presser foot and the fabric when the presser foot is down. To take it off, simply turn it counterclockwise all the way until it comes out in your hand. It'll take a minute because it's a little long. And here is the pressure regulating thumb screw. You can see it has a little kind of indentation here in the top. That's where the top of the spring actually rests that goes down inside the presser bar, which we're going to take that out next. The spring should just pull right out, but if it doesn't, if it feels kind of stuck, first, instead of pulling on it, try twisting it a little bit or adding a drop of oil down into the presser bar and see if you can free it up. But it should just pull right out the top. And this is the spring that goes down inside the presser bar. The spring side goes down. We'll clean this up. You can set it aside for now. Now we're ready to take the presser bar out, but if you look at this, can you see how this part here, this is called the slack thread regulator, moves up and down with the presser bar? That's because it is bolted to a part that's right behind it. It's called the presser bar lifting bracket. And what we need to do is just unscrew this screw right here. In fact, you don't even have to take it all the way out yet. You can just loosen it. It could be a little snug. It just depends on your machine. I can tell on this screw head, it looks like somebody's loosened it before, but I'm going to see if I can loosen this, and you'll see later how it's designed to make the presser bar lifting bracket clamp around the presser bar. And we need that to hold the presser bar in place when we set the presser bar height and we want to keep it. But let's loosen this screw next. It is left to loosen, and you don't have to loosen it all the way. I am going to go ahead and take this one all the way out really quick though. So this is the screw that tightens down the presser bar lifting bracket onto the presser bar. And you can see, I hope you can see, this screw head is pretty damaged. So this is something I'll try to repair before I put back into the machine. I'm going to set it aside for just a moment. Now you should be able to grab the bottom of your presser bar and just see if you can twist it back and forth. Do you see how this kind of moves and spins now? Thankfully, I don't think that this presser bar is very stuck, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to add some penetrating oil here and here, where it goes down into the bushing, and then I'm going to spin it a little bit more. As I spin it, I'm going to just push up, and it should just push up all the way out through the machine, just like that. That was very simple. If your presser bar is stuck, you're going to do the same thing that I did. It's just going to take a little more effort and a little more penetrating oil. If you get really stuck, this is a pair of non-marring pliers. They're nylon tipped, and I use them all the time on stuck presser bars, needle bars, thumb screws that I can't turn. I will give a link to these down below. So if you are in a really tight situation where your presser bar isn't coming out, I recommend going for these. That way you don't damage any parts of your machine trying to get the bars out. But thankfully, I didn't need them right now, so I'll put these back. So we almost have all the parts out that we want to take out. But do you see here this slack thread regulator I was talking about? If you just kind of pull and lift, it will come out in one piece. Here, see this little cutout here? The screw goes in through the slack thread regulator into this presser bar lifting bracket, and when we tighten it down, it clamps that together and holds tightly to the presser bar, so when we set the height, it stays where we want it. Now for cleaning purposes, I would take this screw off as well. Also left to loosen. This screw is shorter, the clamping screw is longer. Now it's all apart and I can really get in there and clean all the pieces up. Set those aside. Now this is the presser bar lifting lever, and I'm not going to remove it in this video. That is because, do you see this little silver dot right here? That's a pin that's pressed into the body of the machine that goes through the machine, through a hole in this lever, and then you can feel there's another opening back here. The way it's pressed in, it goes in through the front, but if we were to take it out, we would push it out through this hole in the back. It's a tapered pin. It only fits one way. I would only take this out if I had a real issue with this. Otherwise, I like to clean around it because I don't want to damage this pin, and sometimes they can be pretty stuck. So what have we done? We removed the nose plate and screw, the presser foot, and the thumb nut that holds it on, the thread cutter, the thumb screw or the regulating thumb nut that controls the pressure on the presser foot. We pulled out the spring that goes down inside the presser bar. We loosened the screws on the presser bar lifting bracket, the one screw, and then we also completely took off the slack thread regulator. So we should have the bracket, the two screws, and the slack thread regulator. And finally, we have the presser bar itself. So that went pretty easy, didn't it? Now in the next video, we will be removing the needle bar from this machine and possibly the thread take up too. We'll just see how long it takes. But for now, that's as far as we'll go today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.